Hello, Cashae. Welcome back.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a little nervous
A little nervous?
about my dreams.
Okay.
So, for the past month or so, pretty consistently, I've been dreaming about infidelity.
Really?
Yeah, I've been. It's probably like of the four dreams that I remember a week, at least one of them, my boyfriend cheats on me in the dreams.
Okay.
Yeah, I had one last night.
And what happens in these dreams?
He'll just randomly be like, "Oh yeah, I slept with this girl," and like he has no empathy, sympathy, like very cold about it. And not only that, but he expects me to like not be upset or to just stay with him too. It's kind of like he says like, "Oh, is that not okay?" Like he thinks it's like some okay, like we're in this polyamorous relationship or something. So it's kind of like miscommunication about what's expected.
So when you wake up in the morning after having one of those dreams, what is like? How do you feel after that?
Well, the first couple times I would feel like just kind of laughing. I was like, "This is so weird," but last night I was like, maybe there's some subconscious issue because it's pretty consistent.
Have you been feeling yourself thinking about infidelity in just your everyday life without not being in dreams, but just like?
Not really.
Do you find yourself worrying about him, maybe?
No. The weird thing is, like, I feel the most confident about his faithfulness to me that I have ever felt in our whole relationship. But in my dream life, it's the exact opposite.
Have you had these kind of dreams in previous relationships?
No. Well, I've never had like such a like it's my longest.
This is one of my long-term relationships. Okay. Do you have dreams, like different kinds of dreams like that, or are they all literally infidelity, or do you have other dreams that are like kind of real life situations that you feel like might have something to do with this in any way?
I don't think so.
No. So this is like your only real incident of like maybe something being wrong in your relationship or something in your dreams?
Oh, you mean like if there's other issues?
Yeah. Like just having fights or something in your dreams with your boyfriend?
No. It's pretty much infidelity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you thought about what might mean to you?
I think it. Well, I mean, dreams. I don't know if dreams ever mean anything, but it could mean that I don't fully trust him, or maybe I'm still insecure about past things that we've been through with other women or attractiveness, or I don't know, maybe. Yeah.
So on one hand, you're very happy in your relationship and things are going very well, but on the other hand, you're not entirely sure if you trust him 100%?
I guess I feel like you can never really trust anyone 100%. Because I feel like you can never know someone's heart fully, no matter how long you're with them or how much you talk. So I feel like even with myself, there are probably things that I'm capable of that I don't know yet. So I feel like I trust him as much as I trust anyone else in my life.
Yeah. That's interesting because you think, just generally speaking, like the person that you share your most intimate bond with, you maybe trust that person more than you just trust somebody else that's in your life.
Yeah, and I do.
Okay, you do, because you just said that.
I said
you kind of trust him the same way you trust everybody.
Oh, no, more than any.
Okay.
Like he's the top two people that I feel most like I know they have my best interests at heart all the time. So maybe they're just dreams, but it's just the frequency that's throwing me off.
Just kind of recurring.
Yeah, like at least once a week, if not twice.
Wow. You said like in your past you've had trust issues or like things that have happened that maybe have garnered you not to trust people in a certain way. Have you been like hurt through trusting someone?
No, but I'm a little suspicious of people for the most part. No, I'm not. I'm pretty trusting. Yeah, I changed my mind. I'm pretty a
Pretty trusting.
trusting person. I have a lot of faith in humanity, probably more than I should.
Okay.
So maybe that has kind of, in the past,
You kind of put too much trust in somebody before you really know whether they're trustworthy
absolutely,
or not. You
yeah.
kind of give them the benefit of the doubt, and I can imagine you've probably been hurt a few times just by doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you think of any times that you might have been?
Can it be something completely unrelated?
Sure.
Well, one time my car got broken into, and I think that was probably, as far as like feeling like, man, I can't trust anyone, that's probably
right.
the most time that I've ever felt that way.
Kind of made like a situation real.
Yeah.
For you, because like I know the feeling where sometimes you get this picture of life, like or the way your parents paint life. It's like everything's great, you know, everything's rosy, people are good inherently, and then you kind of get out in the real world and your car gets broken into.
Yeah.
Or something happens. Okay.
That whole jaded thing, and I really don't want to be like a jaded person. I try to fight against that because I always want to be a dreamer and someone who has faith in people and all that. So maybe it's repressed.
Could be
Issues of.
So you said in your relationship you've had troubles with other women or something like that?
Yeah, like in the beginning it was difficult for us because he had never like really dated or anything or been with anyone else, and there was always this idea of like, you know, just dating for sport so that you can be sure. And I think that's heavily emphasized in our culture. It's just like, be young, date a lot of people, don't take anything really serious as far as commitments go. And I think I've always questioned if he will be okay. And like, I don't want to feel like I'm the reason he didn't have that opportunity to date and see people and everything.
Okay. And so what I'm hearing is that you're kind of putting a little bit of blame on yourself, possibly for the way that he feels about, I mean, obviously culture too, but you also, you know, take a little bit of the responsibility in a way.
Yes.
For him possibly wanting to date other women.
Right.
Okay. And do you feel like that's justified? Do you feel like you should feel that way, or is it just kind of the way you feel, but you feel like, oh, I shouldn't be the one that is taking any responsibility for him not knowing what he wants or him wanting to search out other things?
No, I think it's justified.
Okay.
I just always want him to know that that's something that I support if he needed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something in your, could be like a correlation in your dreams, like him kind of going out, because you said like in the dream he comes back and he's like, oh, this isn't okay, like I thought this was, you know, this was fine. So that's kind of like the way you think of it in your mind, but also that maybe you're not okay with it because of the way it makes you feel.
Oh, absolutely, that makes sense.
So in your life you're kind of saying one thing, but your emotions say something else.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You agree with that? Or?
Yeah, because I tell him everything. So when I have a dream, it's hard for me not to tell him. So I don't want him to feel like I don't trust him because of my dreams, or that, like, why, or that I'm like holding any animosity for what he does in my dreams.
Right.
I mean, that's my bigger concern.
Yeah.
It's just kind of having it might be tiring if your girlfriend is saying every week, like, I had a dream that you cheated on me. You know? So, yeah, if anything, I don't want to dream that just so I don't have to keep bringing up or making an issue out of something that is really not an issue in waking life. So, yeah.